Hey, Knowledge Family, how everybody doing today? Hey, I ran across this story here that kind of made me say, wow. Like, it was very shocking. Um, Please hit like and subscribe too, y'all, before this video is over. But I really ran across a story that had me saying, wow, and I wanted to share it with the Knowledge Family. But anyway, y'all, it's this man named Joe Rogan. And he is one of the highest paid podcast people that they are, right now. He has over 200 million people listening to his podcast monthly. 200 million now, monthly. And he sits at the #1 spot on Spotify podcasts. He had to get some things straight with CNN. And I want to tell y'all about this because it was, it was something to think about and look at and really, really pay deep attention to. But anyway, Joe Rogan, he got on his podcast. So he had to get CNN straight for something that they said about him, okay? So he was on his podcast one day, right? And so he was telling his listeners and his followers that one day he became sick, right? And he said he felt weird. And he said his body felt weird and he just didn't feel like himself or whatever. So he went to his doctor, and he was positive for the illness. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that. I have to kind of watch how we say stuff because they don't like for us to say certain words and certain things and like that. But anyway, so when he found out that, his illness, his doctor prescribed him some medication, okay? So now, Joe Rogan didn't reveal if he has the dot or don't have the dot. He just said he felt ill and was feeling kind of weird. His body was feeling kind of weird or whatever. And then, he had that positive illness. And so he said his doctor prescribed him some medication. He took the medication, and then he said that he started feeling better. I guess the next day or something like that, he said he started feeling much better. And then as the days went on, he started feeling back himself. He started feeling like himself again, okay? So now, he told that on his podcast. And so when he told that on his podcast, now CNN did a story, and it was Don Living. It was Don Living doing the story, and with some man named Jim. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, CNN seen the story, or listened or seen the podcast or whatever, or somebody told them about the podcast, and I guess they decided they wanted to broadcast on their station or network or whatever about what Joe Rogan said. Okay, now, so then they get on their platform and they say that the medication, now CNN tells their audience, how many was watching, I don't know, but they also have a big platform, but they told their audience that the medication that Joe Rogan was taking is horse dewormer. Okay? Y'all heard me right. Okay? Now, you can't make this kind of shit up. Okay, family? But anyway, so Joe Rogan, it got back to him, or somebody showed him that clip of them talking about that, Don Lemon was on CNN, and him and his man or whatever, and they were saying that the medication that Joe Rogan was telling the people that he took for his illness was horse dewormer. Okay? Whew, unbelievable, family. So, of course, Joe Rogan wanted to instantly know why would CNN tell people that. He wanted to know why the Don Lemon and this man Joe here would say out in public and tell the viewers that the medication that he took is dewormer. Okay? And, you know, I don't know why they did it, but you know, family. Anyway, so he wanted to find out why, and he wanted to know why. So evidently he got, you know, with CNN. So CNN, Joe Budden wanted them to come to his podcast, basically, and talk to him about why did they lie on him. That's how he put it. I want to know, why did you lie? Why did y'all lie on me in front of y'all audience on y'all CNN platform and tell these people that the medication that I was prescribed by my doctor is horse dewormer? Okay? And so, anyway, then they sent the medical, he is a medical correspondent spokesman for CNN, which his name is Dr. Sanjay. Okay, and his last name, I ain't trying to mess it up, but I know it's Dr. Sanjay. Okay, so they sent Dr. Sanjay over to Joe Rogan's podcast to answer the questions that he wanted to find out, because he wanted to know. He told him, hey, look, somebody gonna have to give me some answers. Somebody should come and talk to me or something about this. So they did send Dr. Sanjay over there. Who is that? Like I said, who is that correspondent? He's a medical correspondent doctor for CNN. Okay, so now Dr. Sanjay appears on the Joe Rogan show, and they sit down and they talk, because Joe Rogan was adamant about, why did y'all lie? Why did y'all lie on me and tell these people that when that's not true? Okay, so I'm going to let y'all listen to the clip, okay, of Joe Rogan asking Dr. Sanjay from CNN, why did CNN cast Don Lemon and the other man lie on him about he was taking dewormer? And this is what the conversation was about that they had.
At your network about people taking human drugs versus drugs for veterinary. Calling it a horse dewormer is not a flattering thing. I get that. It's a lie. It's a lie on a news network. You're talking about a drug that's been given out to billions and billions of people. A drug that was responsible for one of the inventors of it making the Nobel Prize in 2015. Yeah. Why would they lie and say that's horse dewormer? I can afford people medicine money. This is ridiculous. It's just a lie. I don't think anyone is but don't you think that a lie like that is dangerous on a news network when you know that they know they're lying? You know that they know that I took medicine, like, here it is. This is ivermectin. You got it right here. Somebody gave it to me. All right, hang on. The thing is, we're like going so fast. You think that's a problem, that your news network lies? Well, I don't. Dude, what did they say? They lied and said I was taking horse dewormer. First of all, it was prescribed to me by a doctor. Yeah. Along with a bunch of other medications. If you got a human pill, because there were people that were taking the veterinary medication, you're not, obviously. You got it from a doctor, so that it shouldn't be called that. Ivermectin can be a very effective medication. You got a human pill, because there were people that were taking the veterinary medication, you're not, obviously. You got it from a doctor, so that it shouldn't be called that. Ivermectin can be a very effective medication. They shouldn't have said that. Why did they do that? I don't know. You didn't ask? I didn't think that you're the medical guy over there. I didn't ask. I should have asked before. But they did it with such glee. No, yes, Joe. I watched. Shouldn't have said that. Why did they do that? I don't know. You didn't ask? I didn't think that you're the medical guy over there. I didn't ask. I should have asked before. But they did it with such glee. No, yes, Joe. I watched.
Okay, y'all. So y'all heard the conversation between Joe Rogan and that Dr. Sanjay. So CNN's medical correspondent, Dr. Sanjay, y'all heard him admit that that was wrong, that the network was wrong, including Don Lemon and whoever that other Jim guy was, about saying that Joe Rogan was taking horse dewormer when he really wasn't. That they claimed that he took horse dewormer to treat his illness, and that was not true. Unbelievable. But Dr. Sanjay from CNN did apologize. He said, "I'm sorry. They shouldn't have said that." And y'all heard Joe Rogan when he said, "Okay, so why did they say that?" And he was like, "I don't know." He was like, "You don't know?" He was like, "Why did they lie?" He was like, I don't know." I mean, he was like, "You don't know, and you are the medical correspondent doctor for CNN, but you don't know why they said something like that?" And he was like, "I don't know, but obviously I see your prescription. You got it from a doctor or whatever, and it shouldn't have been called that, and this and that." So people, they sat right up there. Don Lemon and this other man sat right up there and lied about that man and said that that man took horse dewormer to treat his illness, which was not true. Which was not true at all. And at least the man from the CNN, the medical correspondent from CNN, did apologize to Joe Rogan for telling that lie. So my thing is, it's sad that they knew damn well that that was a lie. But they said it anyway. Why? Why did they just sit up there and tell that lie that that man was taking horse dewormer when he really wasn't? And that's the sad part. And so when Joe Rogan did approach that, he did what he was supposed to do. He had somebody to come from CNN and question them on why would they say something like that, knowing that is definitely not true. And so, family, I just wanted to do that because this right here is all over the internet. And I don't want to name the medication that they was talking about, but y'all can go back and look it up, because all you have to put in is Joe Rogan and CNN, and it'll pop up all over the place. And so I think it's like some type of ingredients that they do use, certain type of ingredients at the veterinarian thing, and this medication here, but it wasn't anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But they put it as if it was that, like, this man was taking animal medicine, horse dewormer. Come on, y'all. I mean, can y'all imagine somebody just telling anybody about y'all? Like, can you imagine someone telling somebody that you take horse dewormer, or you take certain stuff that you don't take it, and then these people have a big platform, and so many people done heard that, oh, you take horse dewormer, or oh, you do this, or oh, you do that, and really that's not true at all. Can y'all imagine being done like that? I mean, I think that's wrong as hell. I mean, they tell anybody in the world that that's what you take. And then you got so many people listening to it that sometimes you can't reach those same people to tell them, that wasn't true. So those people be left with thinking that's what you really do, or that's what you really did. But in all reality, that's not true. So, I mean, people, that's why I want to do this, because I want everybody to be aware of what you're hearing. That's why we are the knowledge family, okay? Because when we hear things, be careful about what you really believe on a lot of these news networks and stuff like that. And if you hear it or something like that, look it up to make sure that's what's really going on, because that's what I do. Even before I do things like this, I look to see about the story, how many people have that story, the depths of the person that the story is about. You know, we have to dig deeper before we just run off and listen to what some of these news medias and things like that is telling us, because obviously that you can listen to some of these big news medias and these big news networks, and they'll tell us something and everybody, oh, for real, and then turn out that it's not true at all. It's not true at all. So you have to be careful, family. You got to think deep on what you're listening to and things like that, and don't believe all of it, because you know, I mean, that really, you know, make you question credibility sometimes on a lot of different things that people, these big networks and news stations are telling us. You know, so you just be careful. Research a lot of this stuff on your own. That's all I want to say, because it, you know, keep feeding your mind with knowledge, people, so you don't fall for anything. That's all I have to say right there, because that was just unnecessary to do something like that. You know, and I don't know why they did it to that man, and trying to debunk what he said so bad. They want to debunk what he said so bad, and didn't really want nobody. I don't guess they wanted nobody to really listen to what he said. So then they jumped over and then said that's horse dewormer. You know, horse dewormer, just to make people say, oh, okay, then what he had, no, I don't know what the thing was, but obviously y'all heard it for yourself. It was a flat ass lie, point blank, period. That's all I got to say about that. Please be careful, family, when you come to listen to certain things. Research and do, and make sure that y'all have right information about a lot of things, because there's a lot of people telling tales and lies, and it's hard to decipher through who telling the truth and who ain't telling the truth. So do your research, family. That's what we all about, the knowledge, family. That's all I have to say about that. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage, and we all know what that means. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block y'all from y'all goals and success. Bye bye.